What up, family? It's your girl, JustPatrice, and I want to take a moment to introduce you to my homegirl, Keontae. But we call her Stacks Back. Yeah, I said Stacks Back. Want to learn more about taxes, business structure, bookkeeping, accounting, and more? Well, tune in Wednesdays, 1 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for Talking Tax with Stacks Back, right here on BlowRadio.com. Hey, yo, Stacks.
Hi, Keontae here of K&K Tax and Accounting Services. Be sure to tune in Wednesdays 1 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time to find out why they call me Stacks Back. See you soon.
Adiós míos, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de maneras de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you cry and there's no one around. But it's okay, girl, to take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Breathe just breathe. Nobody said it'd be easy. You're working hard to take care of your babies. And the way the world's set up, even when your man gives up, you got to keep it moving on. So it's okay, girl. So take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Then lay your troubles down. When you're tired of all the drama, makes me wanna holler, yeah. I know you're tired of stressing with the world on your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. I know, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. 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 You're tired of stressing. You're on your shoulders. Breathe in. Let it go. You're tired of stressing. You're on your shoulders. Breathe in. Let it go. 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 Let it go.
My
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. What up, family? It's your girl, JustPatrice, and I want to welcome you to Mondays, y'all. What's going on? Glad to have you joining the conversation. Glad to have you in the building with your homegirl. Glad to have you here in the land of the living. Because why? I mean, why not? You know, every moment, every opportunity to be better, do better, you know, we got to be thankful for it. And I just want y'all to know that I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for all of our moments, and I'm thankful for us together. I'm thankful for just the experience. And today I feel good, and I got a lot of reasons to feel good. And we're going to talk about why I'm feeling so handy dandy. Especially today, and what the expectations are of today. Don't forget, you know, want to make sure that you know to remind everybody to share the video, to log on to blowradio.com. Shout out to everybody that is chiming in. If you are logging in to social media, I want to thank you guys for doing that and for being able to you know, just share the word with us. Share some time with us. Share some Monday motivation with us. Some of you are logged on the Facebook social media. So if you are in the Live with JustPatrice pages or the group or blowradio.com, make sure you shout out, hey, how y'all doing? So I can speak to y'all, show you some love. Some of you may be logged on to YouTube, which will be super fly. As we're building up the YouTube channel and the content for the YouTube channel, because why not? Some of you are just logged right in straight to blowradio.com, and of course I love to have you there because 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we got it all, and this is where you should be anyway. I want to send a special shout out to my homeboy Q for the drip wear that I got on today. You know, something simple, look like a little base, go with my little baseball cap. I don't got my banger on today, but we in here, and I want it to be as natural and as much of myself today as I possibly could be. No makeup, no nothing extra, because I want to talk about just being you, and without all the filters, without all of the extra stuff. I want to talk about just being you and putting yourself in a position to allow change to manifest from some of the decisions that we've made in the past. And just some things. Shout out to my homegirl Key Madison. Shout out to Dana Page. Shout out to Vanna. What's good, mama? How you doing? Peace. Glad to have you guys joining the conversation. Don't forget it, if you chime in, I'd love to say hi to you. So make sure you comment so I can see that you are here. I'd love that. I love that. Also, I want to remind you that the line is open, and I want you to call and talk to me. And y'all be so hesitant today. Y'all got, you know, comfortable with typing, and that's cool, but you know, I want to have a conversation, and conversations are not necessarily had best via text message. I want y'all to get comfortable having verbal discussions. Say hi with your voice, use your language, use your words, people. Even though we're good at being able to you know, we can type it out, we can send an email, send a text message. It's so much sweeter, and we eliminate the possibility of having our words misconstrued by someone else's emotional intent when they're reading it, when they just hear it coming from you directly. So they know your voice, they know your intention, they know how you intended the message to be delivered because you told them. You get what I'm saying? And you don't leave very much room for this thing. I love it, but I always gotta touch it. So I'm touching my nose. I gotta get used to it, y'all. Trying to get used to my little nose clip. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Jules of the Divine, Aziza Courtney. Got your girl plugged in. I love the idea of nose clip. I think my nose is too sensitive to actually pierce it, but you know. Anywho, so I get to clip it until I get comfortable with the idea of having it there. So indeed, you know, I want y'all to be able to call. So the number to do that is 414-885-4739. Whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook Live, we are live. It's Monday, February 15th, the day post Valentine's Day, and everybody's doing their Valentine's Day celebration. Some folks are celebrating the day because, you know, they get the day after. Some folks had to work and were able to spend that Valentine's Day with their significant others. And some people have to wait until it was their turn. But nonetheless, it is, I'm saying that date so y'all know what the date is. So if you're calling Central Standard Time, it's about 1:17. I want to make sure that you guys are calling during the live show, because if you try to call and the show is not live, you're not going to get through. Anywho, again, so I want y'all to get comfortable with making the phone calls. Call me, talk to me, talk to the audience, and let's give our verbal feedback, because why not? The number again is 414-885-4739. The number is rotating at the bottom of the screen, and we'll talk about that. Don't forget that you are logged on to blowradio.com, internet radio station. We get down every day, Monday through Monday. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is the best place to be, because we've got it all. And there's some great talk show conversation, all the best in hip hop and R&B, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You never know what you're gonna get. On Wednesdays, we have a dope ass show running between 1 and 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, called Talking Tax with Stacks Back, and that is starring my homegirl Stacks, Keontae of K&K Tax and Accounting Services. Let me tell you all, if you are looking to get the best of the best of the best info on what to do about this tax season, if you are a small business and you got all those EDILs, SMA, PPPs, DDL, all the people at their letters, if you got all of the loans or the grants and you don't really know what to do or how to manage it, listen. That is the way to do. Talk to her, give her a phone call, go ahead and chime in on Wednesdays and see what she got going on for you. It's some good news. Or you can go like the page, Talking, that's IN, Tax with Stacks Back. Okay, go like the page, because I'm telling you, the last couple of weeks have been so informative. Like, she's got all the information, and you definitely want to be there. Don't forget now that you also can grab a hold of some good info from Homer Blow Tuesday through Friday. So we got Blow 4 days in a row now. You know what I mean? Just keeping y'all up on the new season and how we, brought in 2021 with a whole new template. My show was on Tuesdays, now it's on Mondays. So now y'all get to hang with me, and we get to welcome Monday in together and bring some of that good energy in, bring some of that hard lock focus in. I want to spend a special shout out to all my peoples that are in warm places, that are experiencing a snow blizzard or frozen or a freezing rain or frozen pipes. Or I wanted to laugh initially, and I wanted to be like real petty and be like, ha ha. However, I know that some of those cities are not actually prepared to handle that type of climate change, no matter how infrequently or it's happened before. So we should be prepared no matter, because it's an unnatural phenomenon in those areas. A part of me was like, oh, haha, cause yeah, but I don't want to do that now. So my bad. I hope you guys are adjusting. Be safe, because a lot of people have never ever driven on ice or snow or had difficulty traveling because of the extreme cold. And some of us Westerners or Midwesterners that have relocated, got a little edge on them. So don't show out too hard. Be safe. Help your neighbors. If you don't have to go outside, don't, because you increase the possibility of accidents. They just don't know how to drive in it, fam. Don't set them up. Don't set yourself up. Make it a good look all the way around. Okay. All right. So shout out to everybody. Also want to send a special shout out to all my people that are in Phoenix or in the Phoenix area in Arizona. I'm so excited to be able to say this out loud. I'm going to be in Phoenix this week, Tuesday through Friday, Tuesday through Thursday, something like that. I have to double check my flight, but I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. So I'll be there for a couple of days. If you would like to connect, I got the Live with JustPatrice, not Live with JustPatrice, but Headboard Conversation show that we're going to be doing live Wednesday night, which is going to be fire. Though my guest is actually still going to be digital or live streamed. It's still going to be a good time. I'm hoping, even with all the COVID friendly restrictions, and be able to manage that. It's a whole lot of musicians and dope artists that are in Phoenix right now. Just some good people I want to be able to connect with. Some blowradio.com fam that I know is out there. So I send my inboxes. I've done my outreach or whatever. And I'm really hoping that you guys have some time just for us to connect and build a little bit. Of course, I'm going to leave you with some of this dope ass JPA elevated product. I got a couple folks who have already hit me up and was like, I want to know what you got going on. Absolutely, you can do a show. I'm going to bring my home girl, bring my home guy, bring my wife. That's exciting to be able to have people who wouldn't get a chance to experience the product to actually come willing to learn and experience the product. So we're going to bring it out there and see what it do, talk to a couple of business owners and see about actually getting it placed. So y'all send me good vibes, lots of prayers, all good energy though. Don't be praying on my downfall, suckers. You feel me? We want to make sure that we get it all in and we're going to have a good time. I'm excited about this indeed. Shout out to my brother and my dad who are helping to make my trip possible. Sometimes you just need to get away. And that kind of falls in line with what we're talking about today. I want to be able to talk about today's topic and just share some of all of that. I got my mic together to share some of all of that with you guys. It's not always the easiest decisions to make when we're talking about, being the best us and being naked and being truly who we are and being available to people who genuinely want to love on us and get to know us and build with us and grow with us and things like that. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to take this off because I don't want to keep playing in my nose or playing with my face and look like I'm digging in my nose while we live because I'm still working on it. Okay. So I'm going to read y'all today's what you call it? What is it called? Give me a second. Today's message of the day. So Monday's message of the day from JustPatrice. And it kind of, not kind of, it resonates well with what I have going on as far as today's topic. It says, your yesterday does not mandate your tomorrow. Take time today to allow change the opportunity to manifest it on your behalf. Okay, so let me edit my post. I think I missed a word. Opportunity to manifest on your behalf. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, so your yesterday does not mandate your tomorrow. Take time today to allow change the opportunity to manifest on your behalf. And today's word of the day actually is manifest, and we'll go into that a little bit as well. But when I say you want to take today, like yesterday, whatever happened yesterday, it always we bring it into the next day with us, whether it's a series of bad of terrible memories, bad experiences, bad energy, just things, something happened and it broke us, hurt us, or even things that like lit us up. You know what I'm saying? And had to make you feeling like magnificent. You know what I mean? Some of us were in a space of feeling alone yesterday because you were not dating or are not in a relationship. Some of us were just engulfed in love and are celebrating new proposals. And some people were, just reconnecting with their significant other. So it's all kind of energy and all type of feelings that we could be bringing into the next day with us. And I want to make sure that we are reminded that whatever happened yesterday is not the only thing that's going to dictate how magnificent tomorrow is going to be. And I noticed that I'm not even using the right now, because what we do with right now, what we do right now helps to manifest that energy, helps us to gain control over the change or allow room to gain control over ourselves so that we can allow change to do its thing. You get what I'm saying? So if we were manifesting greatness, we want to keep making room for that. You got to learn to step out of your way. You know what I'm saying? Not to be a hindrance, not to beat yourself up, not to neglect yourself, not to reject yourself, and not to allow yourself to become subject to these things from other people as well. You feel what I'm saying? How do you manage that? How do you put those things into place? You know what I'm saying? We take those deep breaths. You know what I mean? You take take the time to be forgiving of others and of yourself. You take the time to focus on how to move forward. You know what I mean? And even listen, I'm not saying don't carry good vibes from yesterday. Carry them. You know what I mean? We don't want to make practice to carry energy that's going to be hindering us from making the next step, because even a good vibe from yesterday may not be, you know what I'm saying, as elevated or the next level of what tomorrow will bring. So we talking about yesterday and tomorrow, but the point is honoring the now. Okay, living in this space, living in this present right now. Are we doing that for ourselves? Are you allowing yourselves the opportunity to really appreciate that? Like some of us is salty about the change in the weather or the change in lifestyle, the mandated change in our lifestyles. Like something happened, and Lord, y'all know I got a whole conspiracy theory about how even the COVIDs got out of control in this capacity. But nonetheless, something happened and it shifted the entire world at the same time, which has never happened in our existence. And I say our existence because, well, I'm 40. So in these 40 years, and we're going to talk about maybe 30 years before me and 30 years after me. 30 years before me. So we like 70, at least, even shit within the last 100 years, nothing like this. You know what I mean? And so trying to sort out what in the hell is going on, or what in the world is happening, and how are we becoming a part of something instead of letting something happen to you. Oh my gosh, come on, y'all. Instead of being in a position where something is quote unquote happening to you, how are you allowing that? You know, how are you managing that change? How are you allowing the change to manifest so that your tomorrow still leaves room to manifest your next level? You know what I mean? We get so lost in what happened was that we miss it. You understand what I'm saying? That we really, really miss it. Shout out to my girl Cree Cree. I know that's you, Creesha. How you doing, baby? Glad to have you join the conversation. You get what I'm saying? So with all of that being said, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm just looking up this word. So today's word is manifest. Okay? Is manifest. As an adjective, it says clear or obvious to the eye or mind. Okay. And then as a verb, okay, which is where we are, and seeing it in action, allowing change to manifest, allowing it to take place. Okay. As a verb, it's a display or show a quality or feeling, okay, by one's acts or appearance to demonstrate. You understand what I'm saying? I know that's you, Cree. What's good, baby? She said, "Yep, it's me to demonstrate." You feel what I'm saying? How do you get out of your way to allow change to manifest so that your tomorrow was even better than yesterday? So today, like we said, don't work on the day, living the now. We can appreciate the now. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people whose now ended yesterday. Or ended hours ago or moments ago. You know what I mean? There is a blessing that is happening, like just bananas in the now. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to leave room for what could come. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to live on the idea of possibilities, but that's the purpose of planning, right? And if you're doing well and doing what's right in this space, then how could you assume not that you would be doing well in this other place, this other exchange, this other, like, I don't understand, like, where does the idea of that come from? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? We want to be able to create an opportunity to get out the way so that nothing could happen to us. You get what I mean? Like, you got to create the opportunities. Life is happening constantly, whether you want it to or not. That's why they say when you lose your job, man, the production company don't stop unless you're the owner. Then you doing all the okay. But you feel what I'm saying? Like at a corporation, don't run yourself down. People tell you, don't run yourself down. They'll replace you tomorrow. Even though we had a conversation last week about being irreplaceable. Taking the time to step out of your own way so that once you manifest into this dope shit that you're supposed to come into, it be no question. You feel me? Like it's no question on, because you allowed, not that you didn't stand by and let something happen to you. You allowed an opportunity to grant you the best. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know that sounds crazy, and I know it sounds like, oh, what's going on, and that sounds like you letting something happen. No. What you control the things that you can be, be mindful to manifest, or be mindful to manage. Excuse me, the things that you can facilitate. You get what I'm saying? And you do so accordingly with all your little fine tuning tools, without blocking those blessings. Now, how do you do that, Trees? Look, there's no one answer. It's absolutely not. But you have to pay attention to what you are saying to yourself, what your body is saying, to what the greater God is saying to you, to what your most high is saying, to what your ancestors are saying, to what to the direction that you are being given. We ignore these things too often. Too often. And then you have to decide, well, what's my next step? Let me move this over here, because I'm trying to keep you have to decide what your next step is going to be. You know, how great are you going to allow this next moment to become? And sometimes we mess that up, y'all. Sometimes we mess that up. And I'm saying all of that talking to my girlfriend, my sister friend, my pumpkin free, and you know, just helping me through some hold on one second. Let me see where this call is coming from. It is. I mean, let's see where this call is coming from. Okay, hold on one second. Ivana, I got you. Hold on one second, darling. Hold on one second, Queen. She was there. Where you go, Ivana? I saw you, darling. Call me. Call me. I'm gonna give you a second to call me back. I see. Let me I'm gonna call her back, because I love her insight. I love her energy. So I'm sure that she's got something positive, or something strong. But don't necessarily have to be in agreement with me. But I want to hear what the sister has to say. So let me find it. Give me one second. Let me find my apps. Let's see. Make sure I did this right. Let's get it right here. Do this. Y'all, I'll be on it one time. It's tight. It's tight. Do I got it? Yeah, I got it. I figured it out. There we go.
You called me back.
Oh, absolutely, Queen. Absolutely. Indeed. How are you?
I was about to type and say, hold on, it went straight to voicemail.
I pushed the wrong button.
Hey, everybody.
Back. Yes.
Okay, so I'm Vanna. I'm calling from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, also known as Precious. Some people call me Precious. But I just wanted to kind of elaborate on the manifesting thing that you were speaking about.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just wanted to add to it that when you want to manifest something, you can't be on the fence about it, because the universe does not know how to decipher our thoughts.
Come on.
So when you seek something, you have to be firm, and you have to be with conviction. So in order for it to truly manifest. But I just wanted to add that little piece, because sometimes maybe we can't, or maybe I can, or on the fence about it. Never be on the fence of something that you truly want and desire, because like I said, the universe does not know how to decipher our thoughts. So you got to be very careful of what you put into the universe, because it will definitely become your reality. So
come on now. Come on. Just real quick while I got you, though, because I'm loving that, and I appreciate that. How do you convince yourself before you decide to declare to the universe that you want something? Like, do you have any coaching energy or coaching knowledge that will be able to get somebody to say, you know what, I know I want this for sure?
Well, for me personally, I know what I want. You see what I mean? Like in my mind, I'm working towards a certain goal. So I know there's certain little things that I have to do in order to get to that end goal. So for me, keeping the end goal always as an objective, always in the perspective. I can always see the end goal even when I'm falling short. So that's the thing too. Like if you fall short in trying to manifest, don't give up because it didn't come about the time that you wanted to or the way that you wanted to. But just as long as you keep your end goal in mind, that always helped me to keep moving and keep going. So that's something I do personally. I think you got to really be comfortable. How do you convince yourself? I feel like you got to just want it. Like it's not a matter of convincing yourself because that's on the fence too. You know what I mean? You got to be like, you know what, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to get, and I'm not going to let anybody or any situation deter me from making that happen. So once you made your mind up, I think in order to manifest, you first have to make up your mind that this is what you want to do. So make up your mind, and it's literally all about a choice, and it's that simple. It's that simple to make up your mind to say that I want to do that. If you still on the fence and not knowing how, then that means you're not really sure if that's what you want for your life. So.
I love that, and thank you very much. That's it right there. She said, "Now make up your mind, fam. Before you get this trying to declare anything. Be sure, fam. Be sure."
Exactly.
I love that. I love
That's
that.
it.
I've been learning that. Thank you so much for calling in. You have to be a guest soon.
Yes. Yes. We're gonna make that happen. I love y'all and I like y'all, and just know that we all have purpose to be fulfilled. Just figure out what your purpose is, and then run with it.
Yes,
so that's what I would like to leave y'all with.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate that so much, Precious.
All right, love. Have a good day.
You too. Now.
I'm still on here, but I'm just hanging up this call.
That's cool. No problem. Thank you.
Love.
All right. Bye-bye. See, I love that. Like, first of all, thank you for calling in, and I love that there's no misinterpreting or misinterpreting, excuse me, what she was trying to give, and I see people. There's no room to make up nothing. What I think she was trying to say was, fam. There's no confusion because she called and she said what she needed to say. Now that's I be on that so hard, and absolutely I love the message of intention, and I love the message of being able to say, command it. You know what I mean? That's it. Be sure. You know, but I love that. Thank you. And I'm still learning a lot from myself, and I think that a lot of this comes from. Like I said, my sister and I were having a conversation, and she brought to light for me a lot of clarity in some of the trauma that I had experienced. And when you think that you have moved on, or when you think that you are past those things, and in moments it happens, you're like, I'm functioning fine. No, I'm not. I'm sucking real bad in this space. To be able to accept that, to be able to look at what's happening, and to be able to acknowledge it, so that you can heal in that space. Is, you know, they say that the first part of a recovery is you got to get there. You got to acknowledge that it's even something to be recovered from or heal from, and that's not always an easy choice, you know, to be able to accept that. And I'm listening to my sister and her telling me, you know, that's that trauma, Trees, from, you know, this situation. And I was like, no, you might be right. You might be on to a little something. And then I respect that, you know what I mean? And I also respect that I'm not always right. And I need someone or someone's to bounce some of that off, so that I'm in a position of constant growing, of constant acceptance of change, you know what I mean? And just not a self check, but a external check sometimes, because me making myself available to be, you know what I'm saying, what's the word I'm saying, to be corrected or guided or instructed, doesn't mean that I'm lacking confidence or direction. I just also understand that this life, we are not meant to move in You're not supposed to do everything by yourself, y'all. Like, seriously. Like, if you were meant to be completely alone, without any assistance, without any guidance, without any direction, family wouldn't even know nobody. It would just be you. Literally. In this life, in this existence, in this space, you wouldn't even know. We wouldn't need, would the universe, would God make it so that you have to even meet and connect with people? You wouldn't. And you have everything that you need. And it, whether it's for an experience, for a lesson, for whatever, you get it. You get every bit, all the stuff that you need to be the best and most successful you. And sometimes we screw it up by making bad decisions or making rash choices, or just kicking karma in the ass is not a good idea either. You feel me? Mm-hmm. This coffee is so good today. It's like extra good. It's vanilla, French vanilla creamer, and some Starbucks. It's just good. Yeah, it's good. I just want to say that. I think that like a lot of the topics that we come up with, is based on stuff I've either read or personal experience. I mean, that's how you come up with things to do, to share or to discuss or see availability. And what I'm coming to realize is, as I'm growing, as I'm learning more about myself, the ability to be able to open up and share some of that with some of you, and the ability to be able to engage that with some of you, not only makes it so that you guys don't feel alone or abandoned or desolate, but so that I don't either. It's difficult to look a fear in the face and declare it no more. It's difficult to acknowledge an experience and not allow it, to no longer allow it dominion over the decisions that you make, especially when it comes to decisions of the heart. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to decisions of the heart. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been through enough. I've gone through enough experiences that I get the idea of being able to say, instead of healing a place, I patched it. That instead of making well a wound, I just covered it up. And I've been going through snatching off these fake gauze, snatching off these makeshift wound repairs or whatever the case may be. And I literally have been just really enjoying myself living this life. And it's not always easy. I ain't gonna pretend, I ain't gonna lie to you, about and it's funny because not a lot of people, but some of the people that I've been talking with is you see frustration in their face, or irritation. You get irritated with somebody who you think should, quote unquote, know better, who should not be being whatever it is that they're being or experiencing. People get really frustrated with me. Like, Patrice, are you kidding me, fam? Am I having this conversation with you? Or I just magically just decided that I want to say this or do this or feel that? No, I'm not looking forward to any of those things. But whatever it is, you know what I mean? And I've been really working on getting over past and through my past. My inability to accept let me go here before I say it out loud. so I can make sure that I'm like. So I was on TikTok. Can I TikTok from my phone? I mean, from the computer. If I can, I think I'm gonna share it, and I'm gonna see. Ooh, they better not let me. I got it. Oh my gosh! So I can. Let me see if I can sign into my TikTok account and be able to not hold the. Let me not hold the. I don't know. I don't know what my TikTok information is. So y'all just bear with me while I try to pull it up. And I want to be able to share this video with you guys so that you know. Let me take this off here really quick. What happened? Mhm. What is that? Okay. Okay. Me. Okay, so let me. I'm gonna find my information so I can log in. How do I do that? Manage my account. Y'all know I don't get this. What's my email? Oh, I don't have one. Okay, so let's use my phone number. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I'm pulling this up because it's something that happened. Um, um, it's something that happened to based on the conversation that I was having with my sister and my sister Free, and then all of a sudden I get this TikTok or this video, and then she sent me a song, and it's all the same, all based on the same information, all based on the same um vein as this, and you're like, how do you where did that come from? You get you uh okay, so okay. Shaq is tripping. Not in a bad way, but you know. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up, and I think that there it is. So I shared a TikTok with my freebie. Is this it? You know, I'm still learning all of this craziness. Um, what is this? What is this? Messages? Messages. Look at that. I got it. Let me see. Can I see my messages from here? I think I can, guys. Um, and I don't want to report her, but I do want to see the messages that we have shared between one another. I'm sure that it's a way to do that following. Okay. Oh, this is so crazy, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to look at the messages that I sent freebie. But I can do it from my cell phone, but trying to figure out how to do it. What is the follow back? It says that we're friends, started following, likes, comments, mentions. I don't want to do any of that. That when you inbox somebody something, so y'all know I'm still learning all of this crazy stuff, right? So y'all just hold on. I'm gonna get it because I need to be able to show y'all this one video. Okay, this is that. Follow, likes, videos, liked. Why won't it let me see that part? I know y'all all know that somebody is watching it and be like, girl, who is this? So, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? How about I just go to the young lady that I'm actually following instead of going to the inbox that anyway. Okay, so this is the Valentine something. That's the recovery from triggers. Church busted, how to block. Thank you. Okay. So this is it right here. I'm going to open this up. Okay. And I think that I'm going to play it back a couple times and then y'all will be able to see what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can Y'all know that I'm oh, there it is. Look. Okay, so the here we go. Now I can screen share it. Bam, 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 bam. I'm always learning something. Okay, so this is me sharing my screen. Okay, and screen share, Chrome tab. Okay, so this is what I get to share with you guys. Okay, now so this is a young lady. Her TikTok is holistically me, and what she's doing is she's just doing dances to show off signs that tell you signs of unresolved trauma, and it says isolating when you are hurting, attaching to people permanently, not believing you are worthy of love, rejecting praise and compliments, pushing people away. It's a couple of things I'm gonna have to see that or whatever. There's a couple of things I missed it. Let me see whatever. Acting permanently. Let it load back up. Pushing people away when they get too close, putting everyone else's needs before your own, refusing to do something. I'm trying to get it so I can get the last part of this one, and then I'm done. And then we can address that. And I don't, yeah. And refusing to do something unless you can do it perfectly. Okay, so with that being the case, all right. So I'm going to pause that really quick. So refusing to do something unless you can do it perfectly, pushing people away, rejecting compliments, like all of these things. Like, I'm like, so even like with some of the comments, like, is that like everybody? Is that everybody? But it really resonated with me because, again, my sister and I were just talking about that. And I was saying, she's like, you just don't take compliments well. And I was like, I'm trying. And then she was like, okay, whenever you're upset or you hurting, and you always dip out. And I'm like, okay, I do that too. And then she says, you attach to people prematurely, excuse me, not permanently, it's prematurely. It was just going so fast. Okay, attaching to people prematurely. That's kind of one I don't have because I don't attach to folks. And that's pretty much my issue. One of my issues is not believing you are worthy of love. That is so crazy. And then rejecting praise and compliments. I know so many people be like, no, you are, no, you are, no, you are, no, you are. And pushing people away when they get too close. Yeah, that part. Yeah, I'm notoriously famous for that. I lose a lot of friends because of that. Pushing and putting everyone else's needs before your own. You know, I found when I've done not this, when I put other people's needs before my own, when I do the opposite of that, a lot of people get mad. Like I try to understand that. I try to understand, like, but why are you mad? And then of course, again, with the conversations that I've had, I understand why you get mad. And then refusing to do something unless you can do it perfectly. If that is not a whole slap in my face, okay. When I say an entire slap in my face, completely. And call me that I've been called a perfectionist. And I don't think that I am. I've messed up, and I mess up a lot. But apparently it's something about when I don't want to do certain things, it's kind of the truth. Like, I don't want to do it if I'm not going to be able to do it and do it in excellence. Why do something and set myself up for something for failure? And you think about the trauma that it caused and the things that you've been through. Like, why do I feel that way? Why do I subject myself to those types of dang, I just got it again. Why do I abuse myself that way? And I know some of y'all can relate to at least some of these people. We've all been through some type of trauma, and and for the most part, like this world is traumatized. And we think about when people say, why do you say that? Because the truth of the matter is, how do you have a healthy relationship? Can anybody answer that? Does anybody know what a healthy relationship looks like? I got plenty answers of what it's not. But what does it actually look like? What does it look like? Well, we're not forced into a space where you have to stay, not being tied to or obligated in a place where you're not comfortable, making yourself feel like you gotta be with somebody, you gotta stay here, they gotta, like, isn't that terrible? Like, I find that, yeah, there are a lot of men who reside in this space. Like a lot of men who reside in the I'ma stay here because this I'm supposed to be here. My dad wasn't here for me. I don't really want to hurt her feelings, but they be miserable. And then they think like, I don't really want to hurt her feelings. I'm just gonna cheat on her, and I'm just gonna break my agreement. And I can say this, like a lot of people like, well, here she goes. She must have been cheated on a lot. And I can be completely honest and tell y'all that I've been in 1, 2, I don't know, 4 relationships maybe in my 47 years. Like for real, like if they cheated, I don't even know that it happened. And that if that alone, you understand what I'm saying? Not that I was not disconnected, or I mean I was attentive, very attentive, but you get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like that. I'm not saying that I'm just not cheatable on. It just wasn't a whole scenario, a whole situation where I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that you did. How could you? Yeah, maybe 4 relationships. I think one of my boyfriends may have done something that I felt like was disrespectful. And then when I had a conversation with my brother, he was like, Tree, dudes do that. And then I had to look, I looked him in his face and I was like, so you were trying to tell me that I'm supposed to be okay with a guy who cannot be with just one person, and I'm supposed to accept with that? He was like, well, yeah, because that's what dudes do. And I was like, that's good to know. And because he said that, because we had because I accepted that as truth, the idea that men believe in monogamy was completely disregarded. Like I'm hard pressed today to believe. I believe that men. That's a whole nother story. I'm hard pressed to believe that monogamy is a real thing. Like I used to believe that was the way of life. Like you get with someone, you settle down, you commit, and that's what you do. Because I'm not a cheater. So if I'm gonna be with you and we're gonna make this agreement, then that's what we're gonna do. Now I'm not gonna lie to you about my desires or my intentions to be with someone else. I'll have the conversation. We can have this conversation. This is what I'm not finna do. I'm not finna commit to you and make you pretend that we are in a space of monogamy, and I damn sure don't want to put you in a position where you feel like where you have to make up, or feel like if I don't commit in this way, then I'm going to, because of where you've been before me. or the things that you've done before me. Honesty is so underrated, y'all. Like, it's extremely underrated. Like, I don't understand like how y'all spend so much time trying to lie. Like, if you want to do something, I only want to do this one thing though, and then I want to go back to this space, whatever. There are consequences for everything that you want to be involved in, and consequences are not necessarily a bad thing, yo. You get what I'm saying? What? How are you able, or how are you in a position? Did I check? How are you putting yourself in a position to be in a space with someone where you have to manipulate them? Like, how is that okay? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, if I change, if I don't do this, then they're gonna leave and they're gonna do something else. But I really want to experience this one thing, but they're not gonna understand. Okay. It's such a headache trying to grasp sacrifice, commitment, agreements. Like, it's such a headache. Like, I only want you to be with me, but I want to do other stuff except for not letting you be able to do. That's the same concept that Manfred was talking about. What, man, I can't believe that you anybody would treat you that way. Don't let them, except me. I can't believe that somebody would try to, except me. Don't do that. Don't let them, except me. I would never lie to you. I would never be dishonest. I would never mistreat you, except me. Like, how is that? How does that make sense? Like, are we as a species that selfish? Like, that unreal, that unnatural? Are we really? Like, every time I think about it, every time I have to engage the thought of that, I get so like, just my mind is blown every time. My idea of infidelity, personally, I'm sure is not the same thing as someone else's. I've had many conversations, and I think the idea of people like you, mostly men, it's not just the act of physical infidelity that's the issue, yo. You lied about the agreement. Like, you made the agreement. Don't if your idea changes, if your desire, then you should be able to talk to your partner and then accept the fact that they don't have to agree. That's why it's called an agreement. We'll be together, just you and I. That is the agreement. When you violate that agreement, that's where the problem come in, fam. You lied about this. Okay, you were. I don't want you to be. I don't want you to naturally make yourself uncomfortable. I don't want you to put yourself in a position where you feel like you can't be honest with yourself, or that there are things that you don't need or don't want within yourself. All of those things. Like, try being honest about the things that you want and what that looks like. And then you're like, well, then I'm gonna lose my family. Maybe that is not, you done shift you a family and somebody that's not even really on the same page as you are. They don't want the same type of lifestyle, don't want the same type of everything. And unless you're just in the middle of a whole tantrum, I just want everything in the world. I don't understand it. I am working hard though to try to grasp that. To try to grasp how we put our foot in our mouths when all we have to do is say, I don't like that. Or, no, I'm gonna pass on that experience. Or, I understand what this is going to cost me. or what it could cost me, and I'm willing to take that risk. I've said it several times. Not today, but many times other than today. We lie to ourselves way more than we lie to other people. And how can you expect someone that's always lying to themselves to be honest with you? I don't expect it. I'm gonna tell you now. I don't even know how anybody could. If I and that's part of my issue. That's part of my issues. If I'm out here and if I can't even grasp the idea that there is honesty within yourself, that there is truth, there is realness within yourself. I know damn well and who am I that you would lie to you and not me? Like, seriously, who am I that you could lie to you and not me? Like, that's a whole thing, y'all. Like, seriously, a whole thing. But it never works out that way. How do you set aside your personal convictions? Like, be honest with you. I'm not happy here. Who told you it was okay to be unhappy? I'm miserable in this space. I'm lonely. Who told you that it was okay? There's a huge difference, y'all, in being alone and being lonely. I want y'all to know that. It's really not the same thing. It's really not the same thing. But the level of selfishness, the level of disconnect that we constantly subject ourselves, the levels of, are you kidding me? It's just bananas to me. It's bananas to me. And I think that we don't spend enough time like really being honest with ourselves. I would love the ability to be able to say, Patrice, you deserve whatever, and believe it. Just keep saying it until you believe it. What's it? Fake it till you make it. Patrice, you deserve blah 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 blah. Without somebody saying, I can't believe you would do that to me. I'm not even doing nothing to you. Without even hearing in my head, no, I just kissed you yesterday. I just loved you yesterday. It's so bananas to me how, even though I'm not angry or hostile about some of the experiences that I've had in my past relationships, I'm still having difficulty not holding myself to the standard of that relationship and appreciating, allowing myself to be in a position where I can be loved on, or I can be treated a certain kind of way, like in all honesty, in a good way. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't want to experience love. And I always talked about people. I tell people all the time, like, love is a beautiful thing for other people. hmm And I just think that, and no, let me say that. Because I believe that once you love someone, you always love them. Now you might not be in love with them, and the love might change. It could morph into something not as restrictive, not as condemning. And all that's possible. But I believe that, and like it might be hidden under hate, it might be hidden under hurt, um, confusion. But once you love somebody, that little pull in your heart that once they piss you off, or you see them later and you feel that little thing, that's just a reminder that the tie was there. I just don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it keeps us in a position to where we aren't animalistic in our behavior. Like, we aren't crucial. Hello, Auntie Rita. I'm glad to have you join the conversation. That we're not unnecessarily unkind to one another. And sometimes people respond in the most negative way. Oh my God. Sometimes people find themselves just being so unpleasant. And I wonder, like, do you like that? Like you behaving that way. Like, you can look at yourself and be like, yeah, I'm good with that. And then you want me to look at you with I cannot. I'm going to tell you right now. If I see you, or if I'm privy to bear witness to your cruelty of other people, mistreatment, just just a whole fucking tantrum, probably never gonna look at you the same. Like, the likelihood that I'd be like, oh yeah, it's low. It's way low. And I don't expect anybody to be perfect. I expect the people that I'm connected to and with to be. Excuse me 1 second. I'll be right. I love being able to do this. Hey, so I can't talk long because I'm actually on air. How you doing? No, okay, no problem. Can you text me? Okay, great. Bye-bye. So, how about it? So, I love doing that because I think that sometimes people want an opportunity to say something, and I think that they should be able to give them a chance to do that. And if I'm in a position here that I can actually make that happen, then I'm going to do so and do it, because I think that everybody has a moment, and when situations happen, some situations are crucial or dire, and I want to be able to accommodate that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah. So you get what I'm saying? I think that if that is your true nature, like, I don't have a problem being available to my emotions. I don't have a problem being available to my emotions. And I think that when you subject yourself or other people to the to the dishonesty of yourself, that it makes it all bad. It makes it all bad. Like, I'm honest with myself as best I can until I notice I'm not. And I put it all on the table. I honestly say, be like, look, so this is what's happening, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? And I'm that open and that honest with people because I want to provide an opportunity for them to be comfortable doing the same. I ain't always successful. It's not always successful. But then I can be as comfortable as I need to be when I say, I ain't nobody playing with you, fam. I've given you the opportunity to do the same. And I know that you're first, and you get more than one shot at it, because this ain't something that people used to, because we're so used to lying, and so used to lying not only to each other but to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So sorry guys, I'm just trying to diffuse a little bit of a situation. So you feel what I mean? Like, the honesty in that, we just don't do it enough. Like, we're not honest enough with ourselves and honest enough in our brokenness. And because we're not, we subject ourselves to a myriad of hurt. We subject ourselves to just so much pain and misery. We spend our days in this life. Like, imagine, it's so much more time spent outside of this life than it is here, like, comparatively speaking. It was hundreds and thousands of years of life happening before I was born. At least 2,000 of them. You know, not excuse me. At least 1,974 years. at least 1,974 years. This life that we know or has developed into existed before I was born. And when I leave here, there will be even more of some sort of existence. So I'm gonna spend this couple decades miserable and lying? I think not. I think not. And with that being the case of cases, we just got to make better choices. We have to make better decisions, and we have to do so before it's too late, y'all. We have to commit ourselves to the idea of some shit before it get too late. This life is short, extremely short. Don't spend it lying to yourself. Don't spend it miserable in a situation where you have to be dishonest and lying. Don't get me wrong, everybody ain't ready to be well mentally. So you done got this girl and y'all got a family, or you done got this man and y'all building and y'all connected, and he think y'all is in the forever stages, and you absolutely are nowhere near that. And transitioning out of that ain't always the easiest. You understand what I'm saying? It's absolutely not always the easiest. How do you prevent that type of emotional discourse? You have to start with being truthful with yourself. Start with caring enough, like being on, like listen to some of that shit. People tell you to stop talking to yourself. Don't spend your whole day. Don't be your only point of reference. Lord, let me tell you right now, do not be your only point of reference. If you are meant to be your only point of reference, your only go-to spot, your only connection source, you wouldn't even know nobody else. You wouldn't. There will be no need for you to interact or exchange. None. I think that the idea of allowing ourselves to really open up our own minds and welcome a true manifestation of just all the goodness. There's some shit you just cannot control. You can always control how you allow it to control you. Things happen around you every day, every moment, every second. It happens. How are you allowing that to manifest in your life? How are you allowing yourself to not let life happen to you, but to really walk in the greatness of being able to manage all of that? How do you think that we were able to do that? Why is it even a conversation to be had? If it wasn't possible, how is there even a conversation to be had about it? Because it's happened. You just got to learn how to do it. You just have to be willing to know how to do it, whatever the it is. You know, I leave the number open for a reason. 414-885-4739. Area code 414-885-4739. I want y'all to call in. I want to hear what are you doing to not allow life to just happen to you? How are you focusing on being honest with yourself so that you can live the life that you are really meant to live? While we're here, it's only these many years. There were at least 1,974 years that took place, at least, before I even was born, fam. Not days, at least 1,974 years. As we understand a year to be, before I was born. Thousands of them. Shit, I'm only 46. Grasp that time reference, y'all. We're only, what year were you born? How many years happened in our existence? And we talking AD. None of us really have a true reference of the BC's times, how much even more years then. You got this timeline point, and then everything that happened that way. We there's some of that not even accurately recorded. We don't know how far that line goes. Here, though, We are like 2021 years later. How many of those years have, look at your lifeline. Look how small it is in comparison, though. Is there a space of like true manifestation in that? There's an opportunity for you to say, I don't want to live like that. I want to be happy. I don't want to project this type of ugliness. I gotta believe, I'm not gotta believe, but I do believe in my heart of hearts that even the cruelest of people, even the ugliest and the angriest of people, before they totally gave up giving a fuck, was like, oh, why am I like this? What happened? Where did my hurt come from that I want to rain this type of terror down on people? Some people never know. Some people never find out. Some people never find out. And they just get so lost in the darkness and so lost in the ugliness, and they just become that. Is that what you really want? I'm absolutely not trying to spend my life like that. No, I ain't gonna lie, I do need a little bit more IDGAF in my spirit. Just a little more, just a little. I'm working on it though. And it's not that I don't care about other people and I don't care about other things that are happening in this life. I just need to care more about what's happening directly with, to, and for me. I know a lot of people can't even process that. Like, what you mean? I mean that me first, fam. That's what I mean. I mean me first. I mean that. I mean, I don't like that, and I don't want to have to do that no more. It's like when you get older and you're like, I don't really like beans, fam. I don't want to eat beans. I'm not eating no more fucking beans. I don't like hot dogs. I hate mock chicken legs. I hate them. And like it smell divine. They make me, the smell of it. The smell of it makes me vomit. I'm not never eating that again. In the same breath. I don't want to be talked to that way. I don't want to be treated that way. I don't want to be, I don't like, and be okay with that. What is it that you're willing to do? What is that you're able to do to make these changes? Let me try to tell y'all. I don't like the winter. It's cold here. I was born in Wisconsin. I spent a good portion of my life in places where it wasn't cold. And it was those things. It was those things that that taught me. I'd never realized how much I love the sun. Like, it's some things that come along with being in the sun that I ain't fond of, like all the allergies I got. It's places though that don't have a whole bunch of insects and bugs and flowers. Even though all the flowers like the sun. It's something about the way the rays lay on your skin. The way the light of it causes a glow, like it's something about that. It's so miraculous that makes it so marvelous. And don't get me wrong, I can appreciate all 4 seasons. I can. I look at the beautiful snowfall when it's coming down, and how white everything is, and how you like, golly, so like it's actually just rain. It's literally the same elements, just transitioned. And it's the snow, and it's falling, and it's crystallized water. How do you not look at that? Like, catch a really stupid large snowflake and look at it. And it's like changing upon the impact. How do you not? I think it's gorgeous. It's just so damn cold. It just is. In the fall, the beauty of the leaves changing, and how, oh my gosh, how you can look at a tree and be like, what? How is it producing all these different colors? Literally green, brown, yellow, red, orange, all from the same plant. How is that possible? It's so gorgeous, y'all. Then there's mold and spores in the wetness. You know, all the sticky, icky, other stuff that come along with it. I ain't tripping. I'm saying I can appreciate the seasons, the sun, the summer, the beauty of the summer, and all the magnificent insects that come along with it. The floods of the spring, when everything is being rebirthed, and from being iced over or broken down, and then it's being fed again to grow, to live. I can find and appreciate the beauty in every bit of that, y'all. Every bit of it. How and ever. If I had my way, man, listen. Shout out to Auntie Rita, who says, I think that realizing life is not fair and was never meant to be that way. Shit happens, and sometimes it's out of our control. We get so bent out of shape because we fantasize life and love. Things happen, y'all. And some of it you'll never be able to do anything about. You can always control how you respond to something. Like, what is your answer? So they said, life gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's corny, but that's so serious. I like lemons though, sour as they are. That little tart, that little thing that hit you right here in the back of your jaw, baby. Look, I love it for the most part. Do I love it more than lemonade? Sometimes I don't want the sugar. Sometimes I don't want you to dilute it with water. I just want it as is. But that just comes with acceptance. We don't always do that, and we definitely don't always do it well. I'm gonna tell you, I'm accepting this coffee. This coffee is magnificent. I don't know why it's so good today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me try to get this together really quickly. I want you to take the time to think about that. And think about Like we're old enough now to honestly be saying what's happened. I see y'all still tuned in. I appreciate that. I think it'd be great if y'all was talking to me. We talk about this. You just here listening to me. That's great. But I want your input. I want to know what you think about that. Like how are you? How much are you willing to get out of your own way? I'm still working on it. I ain't gonna lie. My freebie scolds me every day these days. I'm getting better. I think wanting to be able to say, I deserve this. I deserve happiness. I deserve somebody in my life that that cares enough to sacrifice, to go out of their way, that cares enough to make some changes in my life, to make some who thinks I'm worthy. And then you think about this. So why do you subject yourself to why do we subject ourselves to what other people think? Well, I think you deserve. Why does it matter what somebody else thinks I deserve if I don't believe? I mean, if I believe I deserve this and I deserve that and I deserve this and I deserve that, is that overbearing? Is that selfish? Is it too demanding? Is it like what? Like even last week I said that, like, I keep referencing that because I was like, at some point I acknowledged the fact that I'm very accommodating, extremely accommodating to other people. But I find that the more loving and giving that you are, not everybody returns the same. And though I'm okay with not getting the same type of love and respect and from everybody, because some of that stuff you can keep it. I think it's much more beautiful when you spend your time loving and respecting yourself. Like those days when you wake up and you feel like on top of the world, like when you're most beautiful or you're most handsome, and you just feel light in your spirit, light in your heart, and like nothing is there, just you in the moment, or you and the light, or the sun, or a smell, or the sound, or something. And then that time, like everything is so perfect. In that moment, everything is so perfect. You feel like you can conquer anything, you can overcome anything, that you deserve the best of everything, and life is just about to just be at your feet. Not the feeling that I'm gonna take this shit because I got it coming. Not that one. Not the I deserve. Not the one that you feel like you've been wronged, and so now you getting your just desserts. Not that feeling. I'm talking about the one where you wake up and there is a sweetness happening, a smoothness manifesting, where everything that is quote unquote supposed to be happening just the way you like it, it's going down. How do you live in that moment? How do you allow yourself the peace of that moment? And how do you take that and carry that energy, that push, that motivation with you as to not be ruled by the day before, but to be in the moment, so that when tomorrow comes, so that if tomorrow comes, it'll be that much sweeter, that much much more. Too many expectations of reciprocity. We are responsible for our own happiness, says Auntie Rita. I think that people spend a lot of time expecting somebody to do, to give, to like. How about even when you're supplying your own happiness, or you're being available to make your own happiness come into fruition? How do you gain that without something or someone external of yourself? Is it possible? Is it possible? I think so. I think that self-love, Auntie Rita says self-love. I mean, you love yourself. And when you wake up and you're like, I feel good, I look good, I smell good, I'm smart. You is kind, you is smart. You, when you are all of those things, is it still not possible that somebody, something, somewhere else is required? And how do you make yourself available for that type of discernment? I mean, it's no right answer. I mean, it's no right answer. It's no one answer fit all. No one boot, one shoe fits all. It's not. I get it. I totally understand. It's how we are participate, how because we're all individuals, so we all need something different, is where I'm going with that. But the construct is still the same, is it not? The details of the how to's may be different, but the template is still the same. You right, Auntie Rita. You gotta love yourself. Who determines what we deserve? Technically, don't we all deserve the same thing? The details, though, is different. If we stick to topic, and we stick to the construct, the template of what we deserve in this life is it's not different per person. The details of what that is, as we're different, is the part that's maybe it's just me, and I'll accept the fact that it is that. Maybe it's just that. Um, Why do you do these? Why do you send these? I could be here with you guys forever. And we could talk about, because I believe that having these conversations puts us in the mind state that these cannot just be stuck in your own mind. You cannot just be stuck in a space that you only get in the feed from you. Like, of all you know is you and your life and everything that's happened. Then mind you, if that was the case, you would only know you. It'll be no need for parenting, no need for friendship, none of that. All you had to do was talk to yourself and be available to yourself, so you can get for what you need. Nothing or nobody else will be necessary. Perspective. Choices. Sometimes I tell people all the time, sometimes just too many choices. It's just too many choices. Nonetheless, they exist. What do you do about that? What do you do to offset that type of engagement? What do you do to facilitate that type of wellness? Exactly. Crickets. Because each person's experience is different, even though the template and the construct is the same. Like, the details of that is definitely going to be different. Like, you don't need what I need. I don't need what you need. Sometimes it's similar when you find someone who understands that. When you find people in your life who understand that. Cherish it. When you come across somebody who allows you to not just be yourself. Because people, I just want to be me. That's great. But allows you room to grow. Allows you room to change. Lord, I'm trying to tell y'all that I'm a whole mess and I know it, and he like me just like this. He probably don't like it like that. He accept it. Play these games. I do a whole, she always be down. Even though I be on that bullshit, she be down. Listen. That is not a lifelong type of thing to be proud of. Why would you want to be a person that's causing the person that you love pain, hurt, anguish, frustration, delirium? Who wants to do that to somebody that they say that they love? Like, you care about this person? You care that they mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually are well, and you want to be the one to cause them all the stress. But just do what I'm telling you to do. That's selfish as fuck. Like, seriously. Like, are you seriously that far into whatever it is that you got going on for yourself that you would want to cause that type of harm to somebody else? It's people that do it every day. I know. It's people that create that type of whatever every day. And as much as it breaks my heart, as much as it puts me in a position to be like, oh my God, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Oh my universe. Oh my ancestors. Is this happening? Be like, yeah. Like, it's a straight justification in that space. Like, you going straight okay. Okay. Like, how is it and why is it so difficult to accept that everything you do and I do mean everything you do, affects someone that is not you. Somebody. That is just how we were created. Somebody somewhere. I don't care if it's the person who that serviced you your food and made your purchases. It's the person that works for you, the person that loves you every day, a parent, a sibling, a friend. Somebody is affected by the things that you do. Is it not our responsibility to humanity, to this life, to this existence, to be at best minimally harmful to these motherfuckers? Or at least, excuse me, minimally harmful. Well, what about what was done to me? And so you want somebody to experience the thing, somebody who may not have been responsible for that type of hurt or pain or discord or disruption, and you want them to, you want that. Okay. That's disheartening. But it's a real thing. And I understand that it's a real thing. It's crazy. In this space and in I don't know. I think that, and the more in touch I become with where we are and what I'm going through and what we're going through and how we're building, like some of these words, and y'all know I'm big on words. Some of these words, you'd be like, why am I saying? Do I really mean that word? And I want to use the right word, the word that makes sense, not just to me, but the word so that I'm understood. And I was just saying, oh, that's crazy because outside of the norm. Or do you feel what I'm saying? Looking for justification. Or, I mean, if that makes sense, looking for justifications. Thank you, Angela, for that. Clearly, it's not crazy if it's a thing. How are you managing it? How are you creating a space for it to manifest the change that you need or that you desire? Sometimes we need stuff and sometimes we just want it. Every time, though, we got to deal with the consequences. Every time. Every time. It's a lot to consider. And I know, like, Trish, it's heavy. I know today is pretty heavy. But I think that it's heavy today for y'all because it's heavy today for me. But I want you to take today and I want you to allow yourself the opportunity to process some of the things that we talked about. To allow yourself a chance to, like, really just open up to the what if of this life, the what ifs of being better. Hey, Diana. The lack of the things that you need and why. And are you really, 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 really ready to say, I want this in my life? I need this in my life. And then require it of this universe is, no matter how you look at it spiritually, speak those things that are not as though they are. That is manifestation. Be confident in your request of the universe and your ancestors. Be confident, be sure of that what is that you're requesting to be manifest in your life. Know it. Know what that looks like. Know what it is. And Vanna said earlier, the universe cannot interpret what you mean by. Be clear. Be concise. Be assertive. Affirm it. Be absolute in your request. And then enjoy it. Like really, really enjoy this life. It's only this much time, guys. And I said this before, it was 1,974 years of life happened, at least before I got here. And who knows how many more hundreds of thousands of years will happen after I'm gone. Your yesterday does not have to mandate your tomorrow. Make room for change today to manifest so that you can really appreciate what is to come. Have a great Monday, y'all. I know it's a little early for me to be ending the show. I usually do until 4 o'clock, but I got some things I need to take care of. So I want to thank you guys for spending the day with me, spending your time with me, for sharing your love and your energy with me, for just being open to the idea of understanding where you are and what's happening. It'd be good sometimes, y'all. It's always good. And if you have some time, don't forget tomorrow, log on to blowradio.com and catch Homer Blow and Keeping It Real the Next Level, as he has transitioned from Monday to Tuesday through Friday. Then don't forget on the Wednesday afternoon, 1 to 4 p.m. Central Standard, 1 to 2, there is Talking Tax with Stacks back. And then Keeping It Real the Next Level. So we got some great stuff happening on blowradio.com. Great things happening here and in with you guys. And I just want to thank you for your time and your energy. It's Monday. Welcome to Mondays. Let it be the jumpstart of the week that you deserve, that you desire. And thank you for letting me be a part of that. Until next week. Holla.
Adiós míos, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted. Ah, ah, ah.